We did a book study with Standing Rock High School teachers, and of course, like a lot of our schools, most of the teachers are non-native. And the book that we chose to do a book study with was called Everything You Want to Know About Indians But Was Afraid to Ask. I highly recommend that. Yes. So we used that, we did a book study, and that came up. The teachers wanted to know more, and they didn't realize how this all came about with the reservation and why there's such an issue with jurisdiction. Well, who has jurisdiction here on the land, and how that impacts them as teachers, and their students. So that was a good part of that book. Was he talked about the Dawes Act and talked about fractionated shares and how that all happened. So, and then we were able to bring him in, so he was able to come in and talk to the teachers, and they could ask him questions. But that is a good book. He covers a lot of what you're talking about right here. He covers a lot of that, the sense of humor and can non-native, one of the questions in there was, can non-native get Indian names? And it depends. Some tribes are pretty strict about it and other tribes are not. And so he answers some of those questions. You've read it?
I haven't read it cover to cover, but I go in and I look at specific questions when I'm trying to figure something out.
Yeah.
We saw him speak at an Indian Ed Summit in South Dakota.
That's where that was.
Oh yeah, he's very
really
good. He also talked to the high school students, and he talked to the White Shill and worked with White Shill. So we were able to bring him in to talk to both school systems, which was excellent. And you can't blame the teachers for not knowing. And where do they have resources? Who can they ask without offending somebody?
Right.
I know at one of our professional development with Standing Rock High School teachers, one of the questions came up was, what is a sweat? Where do you go to? One of the non-Indian teachers spoke up and she said, this is going to be stupid. This is a stupid question, but if I want to participate in a sweat, where do I go? Who do I see? Do they put a poster up that says sweat tonight, And of course, those that are community members at Standing Rock kind of laughed and chuckled. They said, no, you just need to ask, and you can ask Sissy Goodhouse, or you can ask different ones, but they don't know, and they want to know, so we can't fault teachers for not knowing when they haven't been taught, and so I think just overall, one of the things I hope and I pray is that this document will become a part of our preparation programs for statewide teachers. So education standards and practices need to put some teeth into it and say, yes, we're going to expect that in order for our programs to be approved, that a little part of it shows that they're implementing this document in their teacher preparation programs.